channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. I pray that you guys are all staying safe due to everything going on. And as you can tell by the title, I'm going to talk about what it's like to be pregnant during this time. Yes, guys, for those of you who don't know, I am currently pregnant with my second baby. I'm currently 34 weeks, and this time it's a girl. Her name is Samina Jade. She's expected at the end of June, and we are really excited to meet her. I think her brother might be more excited than anybody. He is already such an amazing big brother. Talks to her all the time, every day, says prayers with her. He thinks that she can play with his toys, so he'll put toys on my stomach, and he is literally the cutest thing in the whole world, and I cannot wait to see them together. In this video, we are going to talk a little bit about some of my symptoms. I have them written down because obviously pregnancy brain. And then I'm also going to talk about the transition of what it was like before the pandemic to what it's like now, because I did get pregnant at the end of September of 2019, and obviously I'm 34 weeks now, so I was pregnant all through the transition of getting into this. I'm going to start my first trimester. So first trimester, I'm actually going to start with how we even found out. Me and Shaheen were actually trying. It, thank God, did not take too long. I was thinking it was going to take, forever. You hear all these stories about how long it takes, and we were blessed enough for it to be able to happen quickly. So when it did happen, my body kind of already knew. I was very protective, over myself. I don't know why. It just felt like an instinct. I was very protective, so I wouldn't try to squeeze in between people or places. I tried not to do too much bending. We were really excited when it got confirmed. I took, let's see, I probably took a total of 8 tests, because I took 5 because I thought I was pregnant, which I was pregnant, but it was just too soon. So I took 5 and they all came back negative. And then I took 3 more. Now the reason I took 3 more was because the 5th one that I took, actually it said negative, but then I was cleaning out the trash from the bathroom, and I was like, I'll just look, just because, and it was there. And there was a faint line, so I kind of I don't know. I know that obviously you're not supposed to check it. I think it was the next day or something. So I waited to the end of that week, and I got 3 tests from the Dollar Tree, because I was like, I'm not spending all that money on all them tests, okay? All 3 came back positive like that, and I went off. Jaden, I think he was in Virginia with his grandparents. So he was in Virginia with his grandparents, so it was just me and my husband. And we found out, and it was already a date weekend for us, so it was super exciting. We ended up going to the carnival that night, and then we went out to dinner. I think we went to go see a movie, but it was just such a magical time when we found out. As far as symptoms, really, I didn't throw up, which I know they say with little girls you get very sick, and my apologies to the moms that did. I did not have any of that. I didn't throw up once. Actually was at one time I was laughing too hard, but that doesn't count. Nausea, I did have a lot of nausea. A lot of things that I used to love made me feel like blah. For one thing, pickles. I love pickles. Why were they making me sick? I don't know, but she lets me eat them now, so we're cool. We was beefing at first, but we're cool. Very low appetite, very tired, achy breasts, dizzy, a little dizzy, already showing. So I had a little baby bump, and I'll probably insert some pictures so that you can see. Obviously it wasn't anything that was like, oh girl, you're definitely showing, but for me, and I know my body type, I definitely had a little pooch. I started to feel her around the cusp of the 1st and 2nd trimester. So around 13 to 14 weeks I did start to feel her. Obviously I had to be laying down on my side, quiet, no movements kind of thing, but I definitely felt little flutters. I'm so excited just to know that my baby girl was in there trying to communicate with me. I love her so much. She is still just as active, except now it's in my ribs and on my cervix. Going into my 2nd trimester, I know if you've followed me for a long time, you know that with Jaden, I passed out quite a few times, so it wasn't really the easiest pregnancy. With Samina, I've only passed out once at a Food Lion while I was grocery shopping. Actually, I was checking out. Guardian Angel was right behind me, and I actually had a medical professional right behind me who kind of caught me and was able to bring me back. They did have to call the ambulance, and they called my husband to and him and Jaden came, and Jaden was just excited to be in the ambulance, but he was so concerned. He was like, "Oh, Mommy, are you okay?" That was the only time I passed out, and I think it was 14 weeks then. Yeah, so I was 14 weeks, and I passed out. I went to my doctor, everything checked out, I'm good. No anemia, no, it's something, I don't know. It's just my body's just adjusting to being pregnant, basically. But that was the only time I passed out. I haven't passed out at all since. After that, I did regain a lot more energy. I was able to do a lot more. A much bigger appetite, and as you can see, that hasn't really gone away because I still have my apples and peanut butter over here. I popped out even more, so I'll show some more pictures of what that looked like. And the biggest thing for me was that I traveled. I got on a whole plane. And I know for some people that's like nothing, but for me it was a lot because I was so nervous. I was like, I'm going in the air with my baby. But it was a smooth flight. I went to New York to see my best friend. Hey, bestie. And we had a really good time. It was very chill. And I will say that it was towards like the beginning of everything going on with the virus. So it wasn't necessarily to the point where masks were mandatory, but it was definitely like a precaution. Like people knew about it, but it wasn't like, you know. I did go on with some precautionary measures. I did bring masks. I did not use them because I couldn't breathe. It was hot up in that plane. But I wasn't sitting near anybody, and I had my hand sanitizer, so I was able to sanitize my hands and make sure that, oh, it's time for a nap, Jesus. And make sure that I was taking all the safety precautions needed while traveling. Other thing with the second trimester is I actually didn't have any cravings. There were things like I wanted, but not anything consistently. I will say, going into the third trimester, which is where we are now, thank God, almost at the end, I do have a craving, and it's kind of weird. Sprite and brownies. I don't know why. It is literally the best thing God could have ever put on this earth. Sprite and brownies. So yeah, that's my craving as of now. That's something that I consistently can always go for. I've gotten to the stage of being exhausted, uncomfortable, in pain. It's hard to sleep, it's hard to breathe, it's hard to do everything. I was not like this with Jaden. My third trimester was actually the easiest trimester with Jaden, but with Samina, I will say it's definitely my most trying. I usually try to like take walks and exercise and things like that, but she is such an active baby. She's always in my ribs, she's always pushing on my cervix, and if she's not doing that, I'm contracting, having Braxton Hicks contractions. I've been having those since my first trimester. Put me on magnesium. I was having them so much around 29 weeks. I was having them consistently. Almost had to get a steroid shot. Thank God I didn't. Whew, I'm out of breath talking, Lord. It's hot. Another thing I've been doing is nesting like crazy. I have been out of work since like the beginning, mid-March. I have been in the house for over 2 months now, and I have nothing else to do. I literally have bought something for Samina at least once a day. I'm always folding and organizing her things. I'm always making sure that this stuff is organized. I have everything in place, and I've had it in place since the beginning of my third trimester. I am absolutely 100% ready for baby girl. I have no reason not to be. I have our bags packed already. I bought a labor and delivery gown. It's actually really cute. This quarantine, you know, aside from it being a huge catastrophe, it has really given me enough time with my family, and it's given me enough time to prepare for baby girl the way I would like to. The deep cleaning, the organizing, sanitizing, prepping, everything like that. I'm really grateful to have had that time because otherwise I do work full time and I'm not ever really home. So it does feel good to be home, and especially spending time with my son, because I mean, I don't know what it's like to go from one kid to two, but I always hear it's such a big difference, and I never want my son to feel like he is no longer my baby. He's always going to be my baby, my first baby. He's always going to be my best friend. We're growing up together. But that's definitely something that I pride myself on, is making sure that we are getting our time in and making sure that we can do as much with him as we can, because I know that when Samina gets here, things are going to be different and it's going to be an adjustment for everybody. Now that we got all of my symptoms out of the way, I do want to touch on a couple of things that had to be different and altered due to the pandemic. And I know that a lot of my fellow mommies out there might be able to relate to this as well. I did have a great gender reveal, but that gender reveal was in January. Gender reveal was also planned by Bestie, who flew all the way down from New York and planned everything down to a T. It was absolutely beautiful. I'll insert the little clip here. After that, everything kind of went into this new reality that we have. So for Jaden's birthday, we ended up having just a small get together. My husband's family did come down. It was definitely under 10 people. We monitored everything. I made his cake from home. I was too scared to order from a bakery or anything like that, so I made his cake from home, and he had family. He still got his toys, and he got a new Jeep. He was super excited. He loves cars, so he got a Jeep, and he was able to go out and ride it all day, and he was just so in love and so happy. After that was my maternity shoot, which I had to cancel because I was too nervous with the social distancing, and I knew my son was gonna have to be there. So I did cancel that, but I ended up getting some really great photos anyway, thanks to my husband, who actually purchased me a new lens for my birthday. And he took the photos himself, so I'll add a few of those clips in as well. They came out so beautiful, and I definitely want to get them framed. Felt so good that day. That's exactly how I wanted to spend my birthday. It was amazing. I loved it. Wouldn't change that experience at all. Between those two, those were things that, yeah, we had plans for something, but it ended up coming out better because it was more intimate, it was more beautiful, it was family oriented, and it's definitely memories that we'll keep for a lifetime. Last thing that changed, which I know has changed for everyone, and it has definitely been something that we were not looking forward to, was the baby shower. Yes, I had a virtual baby shower. Now, a lot of people did it a couple of different ways. Some people did it through Facebook, Instagram Live, and then some people did it through Zoom. I wanted to do it through Zoom just because I wanted it to be a little bit, like I said, intimate, more personable. I had my registry set up so they could send gifts here, literally getting like 5-6 packages a day. I put them all up, and then I left them for the baby shower, so I could open them with the guests that purchased those gifts and like thank them, and so it was like they were still there. But we made it like a breakfast brunch, and my sister-in-laws actually planned the whole thing, and they did a beautiful job. I can't thank them enough. They made a cake, and they did the decorations, and they made this really cute sign for Samina, and so it ended up being like a really beautiful experience. Kind of like the silver lining within all of this. Yes, due to the virus, we've had to change our reality, and we've had to do things a little bit differently, and we've been dreaming of doing it one way, but we ended up having to do it another. But for me personally, it's always ended up more beautiful and more of a moment that I would like to hold dear to my heart. Now, the next big thing I have to go through is delivery. As North Carolina goes, or at least my hospital goes, as far as birth, if it's one of those like rush situations, let's just say my water breaks, right? I have to go to the hospital, and when we get there, my husband is not allowed in until I get checked in and confirmed in labor, whatever. And then he's allowed to come in. Once he's in, he's not allowed to leave. If he does, he can't come back. So he has to come in and bring everything in all at once. That means my bag, her bag. I don't know if he's going to have a bag. We're going to have snacks, and then the car seat. You are required, or not required, you're encouraged to wear a mask whenever a healthcare professional is in the room with you. I know we will make it work. I know everything will turn out beautiful because everything else has. After delivery, the babies are not allowed to go to the nursery. They stay with you the entire time. She said that it's not required, but some people are asking to leave early due to everything going on. They don't want to be in the hospital for longer than need be. But you can stay for the 2 nights if you want to, if you wish to. I don't know exactly what we're going to do yet. I guess we're going to have to feel it out. I say all of that to say that I know that it's hard out there for my fellow moms who are pregnant and going through this. But just keep in mind, if you're in the beginning of your pregnancy and you're getting towards the end, yes, you may not have had the events or gotten to do the things that you would like to do. I know a lot of moms have been like wanting pedicures and things like that. However, getting that quality time at home with your family, getting to rest, getting to put your feet up, extra back rubs, spending more time with your kids if this is your second or third baby, spending more time with those first kids before the new one comes. I definitely think it's a beautiful experience, and I definitely think that it's something that I'm grateful for regardless of everything going on. I'm just grateful to say that I'm healthy, my son is healthy, my husband's healthy, and she's healthy. So if you can look at it from that point of view, I think that we will get through this. I know that we will get through this because we're women, okay? We make life, we create life, and this is literally what we're made for, and I know that we can make it through anything. Alright guys, so this is my belly at 34 weeks. So this is my belly, nice and round. Still got my stretch marks from the last baby. I've only gained like a few more with her, but yes, this is her. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I am pretty active on there. Continue to stay safe. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of yourself, moms. And be blessed. Bye.